So we want to wire up a amplifier for a subsystem in a 2004 Ford F350 or 250. This is what I've found. So I don't know if you can see that silver patch back there. It's got some splits in it. It didn't have splits in it before, but I just poked that there. It's like sound deadening material. It's got the silver with the sticky rubber on the back of it. So that goes to in here. Look up here. This here was all flat at first, like this. Okay, that was flat, and it was cut out already, but it wasn't fully cut, so I had to pop it, and it kind of cut on the edges. And right behind that is that spot where that silver sound deadening tape is at. That's probably the easiest I've ever found a place to go through the firewall, especially on a truck. So I'll poke a hole and see daylight. So I'll find some kind of rubber grommet or something that'll fit that, but that's where I'm gonna run my power wire. I'm gonna unsnap all of these. I already took the back seat out. I didn't do a video on that, but these are T55 Torx bits, just like in the seatbelt brackets. You got to take this tray out, and those are 8mm, and the bolts on the back of the seat are 17mm, and those are nuts. These are full screws. Those are full screws. I just put them back in there, but it's not a hard process. If you're wiring up this subsystem, you should be able to take this back seat out. All right, let's get popping all this stuff out of here. You should have seen the under part of this seat before I started. Lord have mercy. All right, so got that in there. Like I said, I gotta get another rubber grommet or something to cover that up. All right, got it ran in. It's going in there. I'll probably zip tie this to these or try to tuck it back behind there a little bit better. I don't want it just resting on any metal, so I'll probably just go here, zip tie it that way. Rubbing and vibration, it doesn't wear away, cause any problems later. And you just pull this back, tuck under. I didn't even have to take this piece off. Just slowly tucked it under all the way down. Then got to this point. Kind of vacuum inside of here, clean that up a little bit. Went up under the factory wiring harness. May zip tie this to the factory wiring harness. Same thing here. Lift this edge, tucked it until I kind of got it in there. All the way through. Same thing here. Now, may zip tie it. Lift this up, tuck it in, came out there. I'm really not sure where I'm gonna put this amplifier yet, and I'm probably gonna end up switching to a 2 gauge or 0 gauge wire instead of this 4 gauge, but for now that's what I got, so that's what I'm using. That's the power wire. So then, like I said, get this stuff all zip tied in and vacuumed out and snap back down. So now I'm gonna run this remote wire, which I forgot to put under here with this. So I'm gonna run the remote wire and the power wire on this side, the RCA's on the other side. Don't want to run your RCA's down the same side as your power. So I'm thinking first I need to take off this dashboard, which pop these off. They're just little those things there. I normally can just stick my thumb in it and give it a turn and it pops out. So now we'll get some plastic pry tools, pop this out, and the rest of the dashboard should just pop out. Okay, so like I said, I pulled this out with some pry tools, and the rest of the dashboard just pops out. Just pull on it slowly, and it just pops out all the way around. And then kind of get it out of there. Then you can drop your steering wheel and get your key. Foot on the brake. Drop your shifter all the way down, and then lift this up and kind of pull it out. It's gonna be kind of hard to do with one hand. Let me see. I don't know how much as you can see. And then you can grab the radio wires, pop those out. 4-wheel drive. Secondary cigarette lighter, if I can get it. Let me see. So you got that one, the radio, and these two here to pull out. I'm going to pull those out off camera. Okay, now there it is. That's your dashboard out. I'm going to go ahead and clean this stuff up since I got it out. But this one here was the hardest one to get out. So this one doesn't have a push tab like the rest of them. You actually got to get a small screwdriver in here and lift up on that tab there. That one's pretty easy. So as you can see, it just snaps in to all of those spots. There's no screws holding it. Only thing is popping that out before you get started. Or you can probably leave it in, but every time I've done that, I ended up breaking this thing. So I always pop that out first, then go after it from there. So now I gotta get in here and run my remote wire. This radio was already in this truck when I bought it, so I don't know what's what yet. I gotta look at this stuff. And these are so look at that, it just fell right off. These are huge house electrical wire nuts, so I may change some of this stuff up. Let's see what we got. And I don't know what that goes to because I didn't even unplug that. No idea what that's for. Alright, so I haven't replaced these yet. I'm not sure if I will since they've been there for a while, I guess. Got my remote wire connected to the amplifier control. Ran under here. Kind of got a zip tied there to the trailer brake. And I didn't go all the way across here and that. I just went straight down here under the carpet, came around, then followed the rest with the power wire and came out here. I'm hoping my amp can sit here under the seat, but I'm not sure. Alright, so now we got to get that side over there ran with the RCA cables. And I'm maybe thinking I may pull that front seat and try to run the RCA cable straight down the middle, but I'm pretty sure it'll be long enough to reach, so we'll see. Alright, so on the RCA side, there's a panel, this panel here, that sits up in here. Pop that down with these things here, and those are plastic screws, so you want to use a screwdriver. You don't want to just zip those in and out. Those are plastic, the whole thing. So I'm gonna go up here, across the top, go up to the radio, and then of course run them down inside the plastic trim to the back. So what I done was open the glove box, you pinch these two tabs in, and it'll drop down, and you can see all your access down there. So what I done was kind of just follow these wires here up through here, zip tie them with that set. That set just goes straight down. I don't know if you'll end up being able to see my hand in there right now. You can't see, but you just go straight through here and out that side. That's simple. And you can zip tie to these if you want. And keep traveling down. And go across. So I'm just gonna probably start here, zip tie with those, and then go back behind this panel and travel on down. Alright, got that stuff ran. Got this wire. I'll probably, like the other side, zip tie these here. Got it ran under the factory wiring harness again. Through. I got this closed up already, but I pulled it through, and I stopped about halfway here and ran it under the carpet. I just made a hook with a wire hanger, ran it under the carpet to run it across there, so I wouldn't have to go up here and across and waste a lot of wire length. But I'm still not sure where that is gonna end up until I get the box and the seats back in here. But that's it. Let's get it all buttoned back up and put that back in. Well, got everything installed and running. Unfortunately, don't have the subs yet, which don't matter because the box came broken. As you can see, it's cracked here, all the way up here, across there, down the back. So that's going back. Came kind of in horrible condition. So, but with this in here, I'm thinking I may be able to stand, let's see, may be able to fit my amp in here, standing up, depending on what's going on with the seat once the seat is in there. If not, I may just sit it up top here, maybe, or I'll try to find a slimmer amplifier. Maybe I'll try to mount it somehow in that square there. This might be the better option, but right now it don't matter because no subs and no box. I put an old box in here that I used to have with the 15. I just set it in the floor, hooked it up, and it worked. Sounded pretty good. So now I'm upset and excited. All right, so this is what I ended up going with. The rack over here won't fit. That side was okay, so what I did was I just cut it in half, straight down the bolt holes. That way, whenever I'm ready to get some risers or something for here and that one, I can either weld that back together or I can just sit it back on there, and the bolt, those two bolts will go through both pieces, and then I'll still be able to use it like I was before. This it kind of sits about 2 inches too high over here. It'll sit flat on that side, but of course it sits up too high. When I close this down, still have some room there, and it'll fit under there with this closed down. Just has to have the spacers so that the rack will sit flat. I'm just gonna take this and put some double-sided tape or some Velcro tape on the underside of the amp That way it sits there and it doesn't move, so I won't have to worry about it. But right now, that's all we can do because, like I said, no subs and broken box. But that I normally keep out because I sit my cooler there and this seat stays down. So thanks for watching. That's how you wire up your 99 to, I would say 16, maybe 17 Ford F250 F350 for wire or for amp and subs. Thanks for watching.